sports. It's in the game.
Yep, you've got one guy going boom, the other guy going whap, and the guy trying to run it in for the score, and he's going nowhere.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action now. May. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. An early statement on the game team's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. Play action. May. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. And they go play action with May. Hunter Henry brings it in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. On play action, May. Completes it to Douglas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. On first down, here's May. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score. And
I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off the play fake, here's May. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with May. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Short pass caught by Henry. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and that is incomplete. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game. They start the drive with Vaughn. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. 56 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They run again with Dowdle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3rd down and 1. A running play. It's Dowdle. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
That's good for a gain of...
Room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Prescott now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Here we go on 4th down. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Cotton Bowl MVP in this stadium in 2020, Ramondre Stevenson. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, May. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Prescott on 1st down. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And there's Cooks in motion right. A first down throw for Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Check three, check three.
They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch,
Not much yardage afterwards.
Now 2nd and 5.
Squeeze, double.
They run here with Dowdle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run this one right up the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough.
Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
From the gun on third down is May. And got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Throwing here is May. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air, May. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's May. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll throw with May. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
They'll throw on 1st down with May. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots have got it back to within a score.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On second down, it's Vaughn. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lamb will go in motion.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st down, they go back to Vaughn again. Taken down at the 42. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down at 7.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. The Cowboys will go. Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling. And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And this time not quite to the 30. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Foxborough. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
he's got a man, complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 45 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Again, it's Stevenson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's May. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's gone. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. On first down, Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. To the air again, Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. He finds Douglas complete. (21-0) our score after 1. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Henry up the middle, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Purdy off the play fake. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, They love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
Now, that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Purdy on 4th down. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Powerful running. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's got Ayuk once again. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 54 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Henry out of the pistol. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Throwing is Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Purdy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go play action here. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On first down, Purdy. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Taking a shot for Samuel, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 70 yards. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Henry. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this to the 32.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage.
But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he's up to the 40-yard line. Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Purdy looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Purdy now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing here, Purdy. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play action. Here's Hurts. Steps away. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They go play action with Hurts. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Final play of the half, Purdy.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Now Purdy.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brandon Graham in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Purdy.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Barkley again. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. John EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City at NRG Stadium. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kick. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And the opening kickoff will not The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The man who was a prep All-American in nearby Antioch, it's Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now Wilson on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson. Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wilson.
Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Juwan Jennings, touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 97 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Moody. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. On 1st down, it's Fields. That one down the field for Freiermuth. And this one is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. That is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good.
Break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Commanders Field, located near our nation's capital here in Landover, Maryland. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Commanders Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Play action, now it's Daniels. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action. Daniels out to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. To the air goes Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown, 58 yards. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Daniels going to try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
On second down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he's able to take EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And off we go in our nation's capital. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Let's put that team on the clock.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And oh, right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Play action. It's Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. 3rd and 9 here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, what a catch by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Harris running straight ahead. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Daniels now to throw on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Daniels going to throw again on second down. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. On first down, here's Daniels to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Third and 5. Here's Wilson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Daniels looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that's going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Daniels to the air again on second down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 57 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll be taken down right away up near midfield at the 47. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Daniels now on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that had... he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Second down, Daniels. Quick slant to Crowder. Touchdown! Jamison Crowder. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, as he gets wiped out on that one. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Wilson. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
On second down, Daniels again. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's Daniels. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Second down and a yard. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Commander's Field. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. To throw is Daniels. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. On 4th down, here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. A first down throw for Daniels. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a throw here, hauled in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And he is all the way up past the 25. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute.
And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 45 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson going to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Play action, now it's Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Daniels going to throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll run again with Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin
from 3 yards out.
And the Steelers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say?
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, 29 yards. And the Steelers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not clock. And let your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Here's 1st down. To the air goes Daniels. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
Daniels going to throw again on 2nd down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it,
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play they get.